gets 500 because it's 1,000 for second, 15 for first.
Yeah, all I know is first and second, actually.
Yeah, I want to say it's $500 for third and fourth. Mainly what they're playing off for at this point is the trophy.
Yep. That trophy, so I have 2 trophies.
$350.
Lots of sentimental value in trophies.
Absolutely. Trophies are fun to collect and have.
Yeah. And also 30 points. Ooh, it looks like they are starting. Yay. Okay.
So getting right into it. Jacob taking first, it looks like.
Did he just draw a side deck card?
Looks like he may have forgotten to side out from the previous game. Since things have just gotten started.
Is he maining Horn of the Phantom Beast? I'm pretty sure
I kind of want to check that now.
I'm pretty sure I just saw Horn of the Phantom Beast.
So this is Jacob Kingsbury we're checking here. Jacob Kingsbury. 2 Horn of the Phantom.
That's
Beasts.
interesting. That's nifty.
It is nifty.
I love that card. It hasn't really been very good lately, but I love that card.
Absolutely. Its merit in a deck like Bujin's has been often. I've been debating off and on whether it's actually good in the deck or not. It's definitely great whenever you can throw out, Susano and attack 4 monsters,
Right. Draw
and just
infinite
draw
cards.
5 cards. I hear that's pretty good, but as far as the actual quality of the card, I'm not sure. I'm not so sold on it yet. So.
And then, I think Jordan is actually going first.
Yep. Jordan, I imagine he's going to let him go first since he was accidentally main decking side deck cards at that point.
I don't know what happened, but all right. Starts off with
that leopard.
Leopard, which gets a Tensu, which means he has the best opening play for this deck.
Spirit! It's too much fun.
Yep, it's gosh.
Such win.
Such win, many cards.
Absolutely. There's so much advantage from that single play.
Right, yeah.
That's why 3-Axis was going to be such a strong and powerful deck beforehand. Since then, it's
we never even got to play it at full power.
Exactly. If we had 3 spirits when the deck when Rooster was released, it would have been a very, very strong contender.
It probably would have been the best deck.
Would it have played? Would it still have played well against Dragon Rulers? I'm not sold on that. But I'm not completely sold on it, but they would have done well at least.
Yeah, it just makes Rekindling that much better. It's
exactly. It would have been their Return from the Different Dimension, and they can run 3 of it.
And Rekindling is already absurd, so. Grabs Wolfbark.
With Rekindling being as absurd as it is, it actually surprises me that Fire Kings haven't seen more play than they have. So, very strong opening on Jordan's part. He still has 2, 3, 4, is that actually 4 cards?
Yeah, a lot.
He has a lot of cards still left in hand with 5 on the field. And Jacob's just going to go set 5.
And we know Jacob has a Horn face down as well.
Yeah, at least has Horn of the Phantom Beast. I think one of them was an MST as well, but I don't remember exactly. So if he swaps out the Tinky for another Tinky, then he can just stop the second one.
Unfortunately, so far ahead, I don't really think that's that relevant. He's got a Wolfbark in hand. I mean, he probably will Typhoon it, but it's not like Jordan's hurting because the Tanky didn't resolve.
Exactly. I mean, unless Jordan just super overextends, which he's not going to do this turn since he just played Duality.
I'd definitely probably be picking up that warning. Yep.
So warning is definitely the better
He's
choice
already
in this situation.
Jacob's already behind. Just make sure it's behind even more. So.
Yep. So, uh, so this game already looks like it's going pretty south for Jacob. I mean, even if Jordan sends both his monsters into a mirror force right here.
Yeah. Even so, there's the mirror force.
So speaking of the mirror
yeah,
force,
that's fine. I still have these 6 cards in my hand.
Exactly. He's got so much card advantage that he just.
I think that one's a rekindling. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. So obviously he can't activate it this turn thanks to Pot of Duality, but it's still so much advantage from that first turn play.
Dimensional precision.
Chris moved it back. That's why I'm asking.
So both players pretty much having answers for everything that's going on, just Jacob's so much further behind in card advantage.
Main phase 2 rekindling.
Does he have his warning? We know that one of those back row are just completely dead at this point since there's no monster on the field for the Horn of the Phantom Beast to happen. That's one of the reasons that I love the card, but I don't really like it because it's limited in its utility against actually stopping your opponent from doing something.
He's debating on Ghost Trick Alucard.
I would debate, at this point I would debate on it. So just because you want to get rid of more of these back row cards so you can actually make the rest of the awesome plays that he has in his hand.
Yeah.
So, and if he doesn't get rid of the Alucard, since he has that warning set, which he most likely won't be able to.
Fiendish Chain.
Fiendish Chain. So,
Pester.
Even though that he didn't hit the card that he was targeting, Fiendish Chain being gone is still just one more card that he doesn't have to worry about now.
Gorilla.
Tensu on the Gorilla? Yep. So boost it by 1,000, boost it by 700 once it's gone. So it will be 2,300 to the end phase. And did he target the Fiendish Chain?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so he can use Alucard's effect to destroy another set. He's going to try for the one that he tried targeting the first time to hit another Fiendish Chain.
Why wouldn't you just Fiendish Chain the Gorilla?
It does seem like an odd choice because now he gets to lose 1,600 life points.
Yeah, this is super awkward. All right.
So one more.
No, it was more than 16. He took plus the 700 too.
Oh yeah, so 23. Sorry. Now, obviously, this has become a much more back row oriented format. But what is your thoughts on Malevolent Catastrophe in this format right now? Obviously, it's slower because you have to play it when your opponent attacks.
Right.
But in a format where 3-4 back rows are the constant norm here.
That's a very good question. That's definitely is a very scary card. There's that warning there. It depends because of 3 and 4 back rows. I mean, now Exciton Knight is a thing.
Yeah.
And it might, at least on a competitive level, more people will be a lot much more leery of setting more cards, and when you're just losing them all. That's definitely something to consider. Catastrophe. See, he still has that horn, so if he draws a monster, it can resolve it right now.
Yep. So he can
give him some extra cards, but he has Mirror Force. Jordan has Mirror Force set, so
he's gonna make. Yeah, he could make Tiger King here, and then
I'm sure he'll make Tiger King to grab Tenki.
He could do Tiger King, or he could do Kagatsuchi to make sure he doesn't die to Mirror Force, as well as boost him by the 800. And just
unfortunately,
start
he's so far behind. He needs to make the play that will get him the furthest ahead, and that's definitely. I think it would. Yeah.
Either way, didn't particularly matter. So But Kagutsuchi wouldn't be bad because if he knows that he has the mirror force and things like that, then he can tear through that with that, but he can't tear through it with Tiger King, and that leaves monsters on Jordan's field, so he can summon another and make his own Xyz and just get over it. So I think all in all, Kagutsuchi was the better play there. It's just unfortunately the Black Horn happened to be there. And Jordan just has to decide whether summoning Bear into 3 unknown back row is worth it.
And he's played 2 Fiendish Chains. I don't know what other trap cards he's played right now. Takes the Typhoon, which is pretty good because if Jacob ever top decks a Tenki, he can have a Typhoon for it, so it's solid.
Absolutely. And another 1,600 to Jacob.
Sets one more to the back row and passes. And uses the Typhoon.
MST, that Compulse. That card that you hate right now.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan.
Let's see.
Oh.
Does...
Give me that Rekindling, he says.
And then Book of Moon on the Gorilla. He still has just the 2 targets for the Rekindling. So no super awesome mega plays here, but still, anytime you can get 2 monsters for the price of 1 card.
Right. Especially when those 2 monsters becomes a bigger monster that gets you another monster, which gets you another monster.
Exactly.
Gyoko!
And then just scoop to the end phase. So Jacob Kingsbury losing out to Jordan Winters. 3-axis Fire Fist dominating the 4-axis Fire Fist matchup. We'll be back with Game 2 here very shortly. We're going to take a quick commercial break while these gentlemen side deck. And once they get back, we'll go ahead and dive into their side decks and talk about what options they may have. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, thank you guys for being patient during that commercial break. We are back. And I have to sneeze, so I'm going to turn this down. Didn't want to have to make that ear-wrenching sound in your ears. Anyways, with that bodily function out of the way, we have Pot of Duality coming down after a set 5 and pass.
Yeah, Jacob definitely no Tenki game 1 or 2, and both games set lots of back row.
Absolutely. So let's see, in his side deck, is there really something here that he would be setting?
Well, he dualities and mind crushes. That mind crush. Oh wow, he hits 2.
And that's where he reveals Rekindling and just laughs on his next turn. But looking at Jacob's side deck, obviously has the Mind Crushes. Rivalry and Gozen and Light Imprisoning Mirror not really doing anything here. Dimensional Fissure could be a player, keeping his 3-axis from actually being able to recur. Thunder King and then 2 Gyoku. That's really about all that it could be in there. So is that 1100 to the face with a boar? But anyways, looking at the other deck list, let's take a look at
Duality number 2.
just dualities all over the place.
Oh, Spirit, that's a good one.
That's a pretty good card. Let's see. Jordan, in his side deck, he plays 2 Fiendish Chain that could come in, 2 Mistakes could come in. I believe it's either the second or the third Blackhorn. Third Blackhorn of Heaven. Dark Hole, Valor. Really about all I'm seeing here that he could theoretically throw in.
So he took Yoku over Spirit?
As far as I see, yes. With staring down 4 back rows, Spirit's not going to really do much help here if any of those are Fiendish Chains, which he knows he already plays multiples of, or if any of them are, Solemn Warning, anything like that. I'm going to take advantage of this chair here on the other side and prop up my feet.
What is that?
Which one?
Is it Bottomless? Yeah.
Yeah. Bottomless Trape Howl.
His own duality. Too much glare.
There is a lot of glare, unfortunately, on Jacob's side there. And we're not sure why. We usually did our best yesterday trying to fix all the glare issues. It's because we raised the camera. That's exactly why. So to fix it, we might be able to move the table a bit to Jordan's side. Maybe fix that glare down there. But cards are rarely ever played down in that area anyways, so we'll just have to unfortunately deal with not knowing the other cards that he revealed off of Duality. We'll actually go ahead and see if we can get Jordan to do a deck profile for us after this match is done. It's definitely a very interesting and definitely very successful deck. He made it all the way to top 4, unfortunately losing out in his top 4 match to Dalton Bozeman.
Oh, that's who Dalton beat him? Okay.
Yep. It was Jordan who overextended into Dalton's 3 back rows, and then the one overworked sealed the game. All Dalton had done is played a Valor and a card car, and was still at, Jordan was still at 8,000 life points. And after the overworked was resolved, he was just done. So.
Yeah.
So down to 1 back row now against Jordan's 3 live back row. And the Dust Tornado on the unactive one. So, and there's the Rekindling that we were talking about. These cards are just so good. It's really a shame that we didn't get to see this deck at its full potential.
Yeah. I don't even know if I would want to. It's scary as it is sometimes.
Absolutely. I certainly wanted to play it because, like, as I've said multiple times in the stream, Fire Fist are one of my favorite decks that they've made. And I wanted to play this version of it, but of course we couldn't get it. Which I'm actually kind of okay with because I do like it that they're trying to balance, or what it looks like they're trying to do with the TCG list is attempt to bring some form of balance to the game.
Yeah,
they've been doing a pretty good job of it so far. Obviously, they're missing a few things. Some just overpowered cards are still around. Namely things like Rekindling that we've mentioned, just kind of keeping players from being able to, or not keeping players, but just unfair cards that net serious advantage for little to no cost.
That's the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards do too much for too little now.
Yep. That is the unfortunate part.
Back in the day, destroy your opponent's monster with the highest defense. Now it's destroy your opponent's monster.
Exactly.
Search your deck for a card and summon a monster too.
Exactly. It's just a little ridiculous. So we're looking at 23, 23, and 17 if they all go through. So 17 on the bear. It'll be a total of 6,300 damage if it all goes through, which it looks like it's going to. Jacob just out of double cowboy range. And of course, there we go.
Jordan takes it 2-0.
Absolutely. Trophy